Pivotal to understanding the world situation today is grasping the nature of the Soviet Union. Is this true? I mean, the Soviet Union isn't even a thing anymore. Like, why are we talking about a dead state? It died before. How many of you all were born before the Soviet Union collapsed? Cyan, no, you weren't.
Mm.
You're lying little shit. Anyways,
The
is it an
Soviet-
ally?
The Soviet Union is technically still alive and well, guys. I mean,
What in Transnistria? You fell down that YouTube rabbit hole too. It's like a
No.
little chunk of. It's like a little chunk of Moldova, I think. That
oh
still uses.
yeah.
Yeah, Transnistria. Transnistria.
Are trans people allowed there though?
Trans hysteria is what's happening in the U.S. right now.
Studying.
Thank you for
just-
pitching in for that, Eva. Thank you.
Yeah, knowing the Wikipedia is getting increasingly
Where the
desperate.
fuck is Skrilla?
I don't fucking know. Fuck Skrilla. Anyways, no, I shouldn't say that. That's my number one writer. But so yeah, Transnistria.
He rides you a little too hard. All right.
Officially, the Pridnestrovian Moldavian Republic, and that sounds like a Far Cry country, and locally known as Pridnestrovi, is a landlocked breakaway state internationally recognized as part of Moldova. So this is their flag. Let's hear their anthem.
Christmas communism.
Okay, basic post-communist shit. So yeah, technically they're like a breakaway former. You were born and went on a flight just a few months before 9/11. I love that for you. But yeah, typical post-Soviet.
I went on a flight
bomb
during 9/11.
Okay, good for you. Were you flying the plane?
I'm not allowed to speak on that matter.
Okay. Oh, why did
Although
you
I
bring it up?
wasn't alive, I will also add.
Yeah.
Can you tell us
I
what
was-
country you were flying from?
Well,
I'll make my asshole burn.
Was it
We're
Utah?
supposed to be talking
Yes,
about
it was
social
Utah.
imperialism. You're wasting comrades' time.
well, Utah
Yeah,
is
read
social
someone-
imperialism. Utah is
Yeah.
Mormon social imperialism.
You know, more like Mormonism is probably the
They
most
had a lot
inherently-
of socialist formations.
Matt's Hawaiian. Utah is probably like
Have y'all
Mormonism.
seen those YN shits, bro? Have y'all seen the fucking? Never mind.
You're a YH. Anyways, so here's this decrepit psychopathic. Why are you wearing a Playboy bunny hat?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Is there an issue with it?
Sometimes I don't think you're a manlet, and then you put on the Playboy. I'm playing.
Hugh
Just-
Hefner is here.
Just a fucking typical pocho fuckboy. Playboy bunny. Anyways, Zion, where you? Oh my god, y'all make my asshole burn.
And then I was reborn.
Social imperialism.
I was killed as Saddam Hussein
Social
And reborn.
imperialism.
and reborn as. Go on.
Social.
Sorry.
Oh, you just ignored me because I was about to go back there and get my shit. Social imperialism. What is it? How did the Soviet Union become an imperialist superpower? From the victory of the Bolshevik Revolution. This is by Iwo Huin, a Chinese American new communist movement formation. They were originally, if I recall correctly, the Red Guard Party that Asada talks about in her biography. But yeah, they were pretty based. So
Ain't that the one you beef with?
The who? No, that was Red Guard's Austin. This was in the 70s, bro. I'm not that old.
Oh shit!
So the triumph of revisionism in the Soviet Union, the seizure of state power by the revisionists means that the bourgeoisie controls state power and not the proletariat. And what do the revisionists do with state power in their hands? They restore capitalism in an all-round way. Raise your hands if you want to restore capitalism in an all-round way.
Fuck no.
Cyan wants to abuse their authority to establish a dingite clique. So what does this mean? Like
Around you.
So why does the revisionist seizing state power like open the door for the transition back to capitalism? Like if we get political economy with this shit, like I thought the base is more influential over the superstructure, as the mechanical materialists would say. So how can revisionists taking power in the superstructure, the political commanding heights of the country, like lay the foundation for capitalist restoration?
They care about they care about like raw production more than they care about the relationships to production, right? They care about producing things instead of like whether the workers have any say over the means of production. Like it's the same thing with like how Dang was trying to implement all of those temporary contract worker policies in the 60s and in the 50s, but he kept losing the debate back then. But then one time he was starting to win the debate, and then like
You know
that's
who else? You know who else lost the state? No, we're not going there. Like, that's all we'll have to say on the incident.
Huh?
Incident.
What incident?
And that's it. Okay, no more discussion of the incident. So yeah, you're 100% right. Y'all hear about that sub that exploded? Oh, a sub exploded? That sounds painful. Well, did
kind of
they
sub?
use did they use the safe word?
Huh.
A sub exploded. I was asking, did they use the safe word?
We'll look it up.
I don't fucking know. Oh, they talked about the fucking a couple years ago with all those billionaires. And it does, yeah. What are you, Internet Explorer? But yeah, Matt was
Wait, didn't that happen literally ages ago?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
happened like 2 years ago.
yeah. I remember like they had like a little like they had
I
like
was still a child.
yeah, people were looking like people were constantly like they had like a live camera or something. Like everybody knew that they were dead. Like the Titanic, well, for one, the damn thing is almost gone. Like it's been down there for over 100 years. Like there's very little left of it, to be honest. Like it's eventually going to be a rust spot on the ocean floor. But like, yeah. Now they get to hang out with the ghosts of rich fucks from 100 and something years ago. A Subway sandwich exploded in a cop's face. Anyways, so yeah, Matt was entirely right. Like, if you need to know anything about revisionism, it's like obsession with things. Like when you hear people talk about China lifted 120 gorillion people out of poverty, like okay, so like the United States has the highest standard of living on Earth. Like, of course, it's through imperialism. So does that make us a socialist country? Absolutely not.
No. The only difference between the United States and China is that China is led by the Communist Party of China, whereas the United States isn't.
The Chamber of Commerce of China.
Right. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, like that. Like I compared it. I compared the CCP. Well, the CPC. Dingites get mad when you call it the CCP, but the CPC, the Communist Party of China, is basically a chamber of commerce. Like that's where you go to get connections, to go to a good school. Your people have to be in the CP. A lot of those upper level red princelings, they call them. Like there's like second and third generation communist leadership. People that roll with Mao on the Long March that were at one time revolutionaries, their grandparents, but now they're like red princelings. That's what they call them.
Yeah, it's like
Xi
it's the byproduct of all the paternalism that never actually got sorted out.
Yeah, Confucian shit. Xi Jinping is actually a red princeling. His dad was
Wasn't he expelled? His dad expelled or something? To
not
like...
expelled. He got into
He
some
got
shit
sent to
during.
work.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, he lived in. Xi Jinping lived in a cave during the Cultural Revolution. His dad was Xi Zhongkun. Song Shongxin. This guy. So he was the first Secretary General of the State Council. He was the Vice Premier of the State Council. He was the Party Secretary of Guangdong, and he was the Vice Chairman of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress. So,
Damn.
He looks evil. He looks evil.
this is Xi Jinping's dad. So he was a very important figure in the first and second generations of Chinese leadership. He was a member of the Eight Elders, the Eight Immortals. There were the Eight Immortals were Deng Xiaoping, Chen Yun, Li Xianan, Ping Chen. All these people ended up in shit during the Cultural Revolution. Yang Shankun, Bo Yibo, Wang Xin, Song Renqiang, Ting Yingqiao, Xi Xiongkun, and Wan Li. So yeah, all these people were like rightists. But yeah, that's those are Xi Jinping's people. So
One of
back
them
to
lived to be 103 years old. That's crazy.
yeah. Von Wingate lived for over 100 years too. That's what happens when you're good. So this is an article by it's a pamphlet by the Communist Party of India Maoist, who to the contrary in regards to like rumors of their demise, they're still going. Like people have been saying, "Oh my God, they disarmed, they disarmed." No, I think that was one guy who released a statement claiming to be on behalf of the Central Committee, but it was really his personal opinion. I think it was Abai, a member of the Central Committee. But if you go around issuing statements on behalf of your party as an individual, and people are running around claiming that you said it on behalf of the party, then you probably won't be on the Central Committee for long. So yeah. So what are the characteristics of social imperialism in China? You abuse bureaucratic power. Your power is a cadre. You illicitly trade in your power. You trade through bureaucratic power organizations, and you do all of that. So basically, abusing your authority. For example, if I use my authority as a member of the executive committee of St. Louis DSA to stack my friends in positions of leadership, say we had people who got paid, like say I hired all of y'all for in STL DSA. Well, of course,
That would be sick.
You. Yeah, that would be sick, but it would also be incredibly corrupt.
I'll
So
take the money.
yeah, that's how China is. So
So
What are the
Matt cannot
characteristics-
be allowed on leadership of anything.
yeah, so one of the characteristics of social imperialism and revisionism is massive amounts of corruption. Yeah.
Right.
So what are other characteristics of social imperialism? Yeah, I'm big. Y'all are little. Y'all are not important. Antifa's face was covered by my logo. That's not nice.
Abusing the fuck out of smaller countries for your own gain.
Yeah, like there you go. Like China does in Zambia and Zimbabwe.
Mm-hmm.
also
fucking
do-
beef.
They
Is
also
that a
did
Florence
this
and the
in,
Machine shirt?
Me?
Oh yeah, he is wearing that.
This isn't.
But
mine,
they
it's my
also did that
partner's.
in Eastern Europe.
Is that what it says?
It says Florence and why are you wearing other people's clothes? You could say fucking Cyan is a moron and you'd be wearing it.
It's my partner's, bruh. I like their clothing style.
Oh.
You don't get to turn Uzbekistan into a cotton plantation, and you don't get to turn Turkmenistan into an oil. Well,
You just betrayed the revolution by saying that.
But
What
what if we
other
want to?
social imperialist states are there?
Turkmenistan is fucking wild. Like, have you all studied the post-Soviet history
Bro,
of that
the white
country?
side of my family is
It's
from like
awful.
fucking Turkmenistan, bruh.
Are you serious?
I'm not like from a combination of like Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and fucking like Lithuania.
You aren't white. That's not a
Yeah,
white
you're not.
side. That's not a white side.
What? They're white.
They're
literally
Asian.
white. But
They are
look
Asian.
white. They
The
look like
Soviets
white
did not
people.
consider those people white.
You know who else looks white? Arabs look white. Does that make them white?
Cyan is an Arab.
I'm an Arab. Confirmed.
Cyan Abi. So, like, look at this shit.
we got our own on.
Yeah. Cyan Piker. Oh, let's look at this shit though. This fucking his name is Syed Permat Niyazov. He's dead. he loved gold. Yeah, it's like Trump on post-Soviet steroids.
Oh god.
Yeah. And he also wrote
Oh,
this crazy
shit.
ass book. He also wrote this crazy ass book called The Runama, where like he basically provides a really, really skewed history of the Turkmen people. And he even had a copy launched into space. He was like the Muammar Gaddafi of Central Asia.
That's funny as fuck.
And like he built this empty ass capital. Like what all of these post-Soviet
Oh
oil
yeah, I've seen
dictators
this
do.
shit.
Yeah, what all these post-Soviet oil dictators do is like they build these huge, empty ass capitals that nobody lives in, and it's fucking creepy. They're like Potomkin villages.
It's the same shit that like Egypt is doing, like with the
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, and they like he closed all of the hospitals outside of outside of the city, the capital
Yeah,
city.
why is it ugly? Why is the statue ugly as fuck? Is the real
Yeah,
question.
all this shit is ugly as tacky. This is like if Trump was a Central Asian dictator.
I don't know.
He's
Those
not.
those two were kind of hard.
No, they were not.
Not gonna lie, I like the pose. He keeps striking the. It's friendly. It's friendly.
He's
That
flashing.
shit could
He's
be on
flashing the
Vogue.
rings.
That shit could be
I
on
think
Vogue.
they have like a rule there where like everything has to be painted white in the capital city.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, fountains everywhere in the middle of the desert.
This is what L. Ron Hubbard sees in his dreams.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
man.
fucking wild. It looks like Tropico IRL.
Would y'all live there?
Absolutely
would.
not.
I ain't gonna lie, I would live there.
I would.
Well, you also are a Gonzalo. Look at this, like empty fucking desert, and you've got fountains and green grass. Yeah. Oh, those outfits go hard.
I like the outfits.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Central
See, y'all
Asians got
Switched up
crazy
as soon as
fits.
you seen
Cyan,
that.
this is your Cyan. These are your people for real.
Well, there's some of that, some Lithuanian and shit. Like, there's like actual white people in there too, if they're not considered white.
So, like, your family is basically post-Soviet migrants.
Well, the thing is, I don't know I don't know shit about them. I just know like that, like that. There's a little bit of that from a DNA
Interesting.
test. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, next time I expect you to wear one of those big ass fucking hats.
No,
Yeah, you gotta wear them big ass fur hats.
dude. I will say Lithuanian fits are cool too.
Yeah. Wear your traditional costume. I want to show up with a fucking daishiki one day.
Didn't
Anyway.
Lithuanians make up the majority of the Bolsheviks? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Who?
No, the majority of the Bolsheviks, if I recall correctly, were ethnic Russians.
I swear to God, I saw somewhere that Lithuanians made up a fat portion of the Bolsheviks.
So is that where my communist comes from?
Yeah. Anyways, back to social imperialism. Don't be social imperialism. Otherwise, when your country inevitably falls apart, you're going to end up run by Central Asian Trump. So, yeah, social imperialism is nasty and bad, and its characteristics are basically like imperialism indeed. Like, we should always look at like, what are you actually doing? Like, anybody can raise up a red flag, right, and be like, oh yay, we're commies now. But you look into the actual nuts and bolts of what they're doing, and it's basically tantamount to actual like regular imperialism. And I would even say like it's a little bit more insidious, right? Because people get deluded, people get confused, like they think, oh yeah, they're here to help, they're helping everybody, but in reality, the same mechanisms and the same processes that are at work in old school imperialism are at work with the social imperialism. It's just more insidious because it's built on lies.
We see this similarly with, I'm not going to say Russia is social imperialist, they are just simply imperialists, but with the breakaway states that are in Ukraine, like the People's Republic of, I think it's pronounced Luhansk, and the other one I'm forgetting, they both label themselves as socialist countries after breaking away, even though they are Russia aligned. So I would
Do you
count that
mean
within that as well.
Kaliningrad?
No.
Oh.
I mean the current breakaway states in Ukraine.
Oh, the Donbass
Oh yeah,
Luhansk Republic.
donuts and Luhansk.
Luhansk, yeah.
Donuts. The donuts area of Ukraine.
They
That's
both
all the.
both of those breakaway states label themselves as socialist, even though they're Russian
Not,
puppet
no.
states. So I would throw that in there too as a
Donatello,
instance of
Donatello, and
social
Leonardo.
Is is Crimea a state of its own, like its own little puppet
No,
state?
Crimea.
No.
No, Crimea is based. Crimea was directly annexed into Russia, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the Donbass area. There's also a shitload of coal and other shit there. So it's basically a war over resources. Like they're using the presence of a large of a large Russian-speaking population. Like technically, Zelensky, if I recall correctly, his first language is Russian. So like they're using the presence of a large Russian-speaking population there as as a um, as a sort of like thin veil for revanchism. They want these very resource-rich areas.
See, what I don't understand is why don't all the Slavic-speaking countries just combine into one like federation?
Yugoslavia tried that. Did that end well?
That was the Southern Slavs, though. It wasn't the entirety of the Slavic people.
The Soviet Union tried that. That worked well.
That still wasn't the entirety of the Slavic people, though. It didn't have Poland.
Well,
Now,
this they did. Poland. They had
there are
Poland. They had Poland
was
as a
its
Warsaw
own-
Pact colony.
It was in the Warsaw Pact, but it wasn't in the Union itself.
That was because they don't use Cyrillic. They're not real Slavs.
Oh yeah. Then
There are a
Yugoslavs aren't
number-
either.
There are a number of pan-Slavic organizations out there and people who believe that stuff. However, a lot of it just deteriorates into like very hyper-nationalistic stuff. Like Serbia should unite the Slavs.
I've been reading into this is a bit of a tangent, but I've been reading into this one constructed language called Interslav, and it's supposed to be
Why do you? How do y'all read? Why do
I've
y'all
heard
be
of
studying this
Interslav.
weird shit? You
Linguist-
were on an Esperanto kick last week. Now,
linguistics is interesting.
yeah, you on an Esperanto. You know, Ho Chi Minh apparently spoke Esperanto.
That's because he's a real communist.
No, I think that's because
We'll have to make our own language anyways.
I think that's because he lived in France.
France didn't fuck with Esperanto though.
I don't fucking know. At least
They blocked
long-
it from the League of Nations tried to make it like the an auxiliary language, and France blocked it because France was the lingua franca at the time.
Oh, good.
Do y'all
Good.
think that fucking Alexander Dugin is gonna take over like after Putin dies or something?
He gonna end up like his
Putin's,
dead ass
main
daughter.
advisor.
You feel me? Like he ain't
So we're
going
not.
nowhere.
So we're not Duganites.
Fuck no.
Look at what's happening in Chicago right now.
Oh shit!
Look, this whole fucking 2 weeks after the incident has been like a massive fucking crash out. No, it's not even been 2 weeks. It's been a week, and it's just like been like one giant ass crash out. Look at what they're doing to these people. They're not even bro.
And is this the DHS or is this the National Guard?
DHS. I don't think
National
the
Guard,
Guard.
they haven't been
Yeah.
deployed yet.
Yeah, these are our DHS.
They always
and-
dress the fucking same though.
Look at this. This guy has on fucking
This is
Vans. Look at this dude. He has on fucking Vans. This is like some fucking Yugoslav shit.
So they don't have uniform day. No uniform inspections.
Well, I think they got to buy their own kit or something, or I don't know. I also
That's
love
why
how,
they
like,
should get a
these-
fucking real job. Then the company will actually give them a uniform. They won't have to spend their own money.
Oh, so the National Guard is in Chicago already?
Damn, already?
The Department of Homeland Security.
Oh, look at the anarchists. One
they
thing I
actually
love about
run a bunch of
anarchists.
textiles.
One thing I love about anarchists is that like they're always front and center. Like you will see that fucking black flag. Okay, so tactically, how could we have taken advantage of this situation?
Send
And-
Skrilla to Chicago.
Skrilla's already in Chicago.
Where you at, Skrilla?
I'm on my way.
I'm at home.
So
I just don't see you.
how can we? If these people were like somewhat tactically aware, a few cops come charging into your line. How do you deal with that?
Surround them.
You try
go.
to cattle them off away from the rest of them so
Yeah.
you can encircle them and then beat the fuck out of them.
Kettle
keep
the
them
kettle.
away from their gate?
Commandeer their gear.
What I've seen a lot of people do is like putting locks on the gates of these facilities whenever they get all the cops to come out, so they can't.
Now, what I don't understand in terms of that myth working is obviously like if we look at Chicago specifically, Chicago is not an open carry state. Chicago, even concealed carry, you have to be very careful about what you're doing. And these soldiers obviously are armed. So I'm not sure if kettling the soldiers off and then beating the fuck out of them would be the best idea in this.
No, because they just shoot you,
Exactly. It's
and they
what
wouldn't
this
just shoot you. They wouldn't just shoot you if they had like credible fear for their lives. They'd shoot everybody. Like it would have been massacre.
Fred Hampton had a saying about the weathermen, saying that they were custoristic because they led their own people to be massacred. So I don't feel like leading people to kettle soldiers with guns is probably the best idea, since we would be facing them unarmed, since like I said, Chicago and Illinois in general is not open carry.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just of the opinion that we're rapidly getting into a position or into a situation where that type of shit won't matter no more. But we're not there yet.
I personally feel like it doesn't matter regardless, as long as
Yeah,
you
like-
exercise the correct precautions.
Yeah, like can you imagine the Bolsheviks? They're storming the Winter Palace, and like one of the Junkers, one of the Tsar's cadets was like, "Comrades, Saint Petersburg is not open carry. Put weapon away." And they were like, "Damn, you're right."
Right, and I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. But I have a feeling that if I were to show up and I pulled out a gun because
You
no
die.
one else has a gun,
You die.
I would fucking die. Like that would be it.
Again, that just goes back to the importance of organizing.
Yeah, the importance of organizing. Like you can't. It's not enough. Like I think a lot of comrades don't understand. Like it's not enough for you to be militant in that sense. Everybody with you has to be militant in that sense as well. Otherwise, like it's just gonna be you're gonna be fucked up.
A single person
And-
with a gun is not going to be seen as a threat, but a group of armed people.
Yeah,
See, now they're. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Do y'all remember the
They had it for
Antifa
a second.
super soldier? The guy who was like
Yeah,
all
he was
armored up.
armored and shit.
And he's been like dealing with legal battles and shit forever since BLM.
and like a lot of comrades on the left, they have like an individualist. I mean, this is America. Individualism sprouts from the soil like poison weeds. Have a very individualistic understanding of struggle and how to organize. Like you start talking about collective shit, it's like, oh yeah, everybody has to have. No, it's not. Everybody has to have fucking guns. Like it doesn't work that way. Like you have to have people who are willing and ready to support the people with guns, who are ready and willing to support the people who are out there doing shit like this, putting their bodies on the line. Otherwise, like what's going to happen is it's going to be very, very easy to isolate and split people up, and that's how shit gets wrecked, and that's how movements die. Like because like people get burnt out in movements like this shit. What's happening here? This shit gives people PTSD, like getting beat up, getting dragged, getting pepper sprayed, tear gassed. Like there's people who still have PTSD from Ferguson. Like, yeah, it looks cool, but it's not cool to go through.
PTSD is not fun.
No.
You know, this isn't too far off from the last march that PSL had. PSL had a march where they marched from Liberation Center all the way to downtown. And CPD, and maybe it was DHS too, they had snipers on rooftops trained on damn near every block, trained on the march that they were going. And they also got hit with a fucking car. Counter protester ran into PSL with a fucking car in Chicago.
Hope nobody was hurt. This is
people were hurt.
Yeah, they're hitting up PSL is not to dump on the comrades too much, because I know a lot of good people in PSL, but yeah, PSL in particular has a reputation among a lot of the more anarchist and Maoist inclined comrades of like leading people into police kettles.
PSL is too flashy. That's their issue. They're way too flashy with what they do. They try to make it look cool.
Yeah, 250 ICE arrests from September 9th to the 16th in Greater Chicagoland. They're beefing up. Yeah.
A Naperville
Yeah, they're even hitting up the suburbs.
homeowner left with an unfinished roof and in disbelief after neighbors told his family they believe ICE agents came to his house and detained crew members working on his home.
And they said all the workers were rounded up and just taken away indiscriminately. There was no checking. There was no due diligence in this.
Bobby Fisher and his family were out.
I love how this guy, like, oh my God, they took my slaves away. Like, that's essentially what it is. Like, you don't see these people as human beings. You see them as a roof. Like, they took my roof away.
Out celebrating his daughter's birthday when neighbors alerted him to what they called police activity around his home.
Got frantic texts from my neighbors saying, "Hey, are you guys okay? There's a police presence all over your house."
Neighbors telling Bobby masked agents who they believed to be ICE arrived at his Naperville home around noon and targeted the crew working on his roof. He says 5 of the 6 crew members jumped down and ran. Bobby says one of his neighbors told him one of them injured his leg before he was detained. But what shocked Bobby the most was how agents allegedly detained another crew member who ran out of fear.
My neighbors witnessed 2 agents chasing one guy down the street in a residential area, guns drawn. A roofer running for his life.
This photo, Bobby says, was captured of that roofer after he was detained at gunpoint. Bobby later learned from the owner of the company that all 5 of the detained workers were documented.
This is just people trying to make a living, and you're harming us, like the homeowners. Like, this isn't a business. This isn't you raided a factory. This is a home. That
and you want to know what you won't hear? They'll talk about Naperville because Naperville is a bunch of rich white people. You want to know what they haven't talked about?
We reached out to ICE as well as Naperville police, but have not yet received.
They haven't talked about Cicero. Anyone that lives around the Chicago area knows that Cicero is a mainly Latino suburb. It is super, super Latin suburb. And Cicero got hit hard as fuck over like the span of like 3 days. Cicero was hit hard as fuck.
Yeah. But again,
they'll talk about Naperville though, because Naperville is a bunch of rich white people living in fucking McMansions. But they won't talk about the people that are actually like being targeted in the areas they're being targeted in.
Yeah. This is my buddy Brett from Kansas City DSA. He talks about rapid response, how to defend your neighbors from ICE so that shit like this doesn't happen.
Understands about this is that
I hope, did he get banned from Twitter? I tried to pull it up on Twitter, but I haven't been able to find him.
These trainings typically are done for the community. So you guys probably will know a lot of the stuff in this training, unless you've been to a rapid response training, have you seen it in this format. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through a curriculum that I helped develop. I'm going to be using this as like practice. I want to do more of these trainings for my community, for different organizations. This is a way that I can practice. We usually start off these trainings with some groundings and agreements. We are stronger together than we are as individuals. In a training, I would usually say, right. And then I would ask the audience to verbally agree. We don't make assumptions about one another, about race, gender, sexuality, mental or physical ability, or anything else, right? We value storytelling and relationship building, but those things do not take up our whole meeting, right? And finally, we are serious about getting it done. We use one mic. One person speaks at a time. There is only one mic here, but feel free to chat and talk to each other, but do not speak over one another. We believe tension is good, and leaning into tension is how we grow. We make decisions.
Brett is basically a Maoist.
Same rights that you would assume a court proceeding would afford because they're not under the judicial branch, they're under the executive branch. Yeah, even children. Under the Department of Homeland Security, any of these and all of these can and are being used to facilitate the mass deportation campaign. So you'll see ICE, obviously, everybody knows ICE. Less people know ERO. You might see ERO on vests if you do this work long enough.
They have an office 30 minutes away from me.
ERO stands for
we just saw them fucking with people in Chicago, that big yellow letters, ERO.
Enforcement and removal operations. HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, they are also doing immigration enforcement right now, But typically, HSI is actually more anti-terrorism, sex trafficking, labor trafficking. That's kind of more typically their beat, but they are doing immigration enforcement right now. CBP, Customs and Border Patrol, TSA, probably of all of these groups, they're probably the one that's like the least likely to be doing immigration enforcement. That doesn't mean that if you're undocumented that it's like safe to fly right now. Talk to your lawyer and your local immigrant rights groups and make sure you understand the risks of that. USCIS is the United States Citizen and Immigration Services. All of these departments, maybe with the exception of TSA, are doing immigration enforcement right now. It's important to know what ICE looks like. This is something that's changing a lot, but you'll see plainclothes officers with vests that say police or HSI or immigration or FBI. We have some pictures here of what they look like. Here's some more pictures. You can see they've been driving around in like a lot of American make, like Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, a lot of typically those blacked out windows, SUVs, and pickup trucks. There's these Homeland Security cars. That doesn't mean that every time you see a Homeland Security car like this in the middle that they are going to be.
Do y'all mind if I bring Cooper on?
Nah.
Bring him on.
Begging. He's begging.
Bring him on.
Doing immigration enforcement. They post these up around like any downtown area. Just because you see this car does not mean you should call your rapid response. However, if you see any of these other signs, this would be a good time to call a rapid response number. What to do if you encounter ICE agents? So you're driving down the road and you drive by something like this on the left here. If you drive by something like this, you see a bunch of plainclothes officers in green vests pulling somebody out of the car or whatever. Or maybe you look out your window and you see this happening on the street in front of you. Maybe you're at work and you see this. What do you do if you see it? First, remember to take a deep breath and stay calm. You have rights. We'll talk about the rights in a second. Speak respectfully. Speak respectfully if you must speak to them. Generally, I would just say don't talk to them. Do not escalate or attempt to use force against the officer. That will get you clapped. You will go to jail.
So, in keeping with the continued spirit of the Maoists, well, Coop isn't even an anarchist. He is a leftcom of the Dutch variety.
The pancake fan, pancake enjoyer.
As long as it's not Italian.
Yeah.
I mean, the Italians, they got lasagna. Lasagna is pretty good.
The Verdigaites. What the fuck do you want, Cooper?
Just come and hang out. You said I could come and hang out, you guys.
Sure. No, we came so that we can struggle session you.
So I can get flogged in public.
Jesus Christ. Why would nobody mention flogging? You brought that up.
It's not what it's associated.
They have people you can pay for that.
They do?
They do.
Yeah, go find you one of those dominator people. Anyways.
They're called dominatrix.
What did I say?
You said dominator.
They do the same thing. They dominate your ass. Anyways. So we're watching this rapid response video from Comrade and KCDSA, Comrade Cinemarxism.
I was just at a town hall about how to defend yourself against ICE from our lovely DA, Larry Krasner. Truly some inspirational words from him.
Oh, yeah. We Science mad because we replaced him with the white guy.
As soon as he came in, Cyan had to come back.
A white guy
Cyan.
Here.
So now with a gang of 6? Shit, pretty soon we're gonna have all of DSA on this shit. Jesus Christ. What's up, Cyan?
My little kitten.
Of course the cat is white.
Why wouldn't the cat be white?
Anyways, let's learn something besides how to insult and be mean to each other.
Will not pass go. You will not collect $200. We do not need you in jail. It is not useful to the movement. It is a huge problem. Do not run and do not advise others to run. Running is dangerous at protests. People can get trampled. It can cause panic. Don't run. Do not carry any false identification documents on your person. That's a crime to have false identification on you. And do not lie to law enforcement. This is a crime. Also, federal agent, try not to, don't lie. Also, easy to prevent the don't lie one if you just don't talk to them. But if you do talk to them, speak respectfully. Okay, this is the critical part, and this is what you're going to be...
Like, it amazes me. Like, if you watch these shows, like, people get jammed up so much because of their mouth. I think that they can outwit the police, or that they're smarter, or that they're going to say something that, bro, Like these people are like automatons. They're literally trained to get information out of you. They're trained to get you to fuck yourself over. Like these people are not like that CSI shit. No, like there is no like cold case files. We're going to sit down and we're going to go through all the clues. No, they most of these cases are solved by people telling on them fucking selves or by people telling on other people. Don't fucking talk to these people.
Even
And
if you are smarter than them, you're just gonna piss them off, and they're gonna throw you in the back of the car for further investigation just to get you out the way.
yeah, these people will fucking hurt you. Like, don't play games with the fucking police. Like, you're not. This is not a TV show. This is real life.
And then even if you are innocent and even if you don't have anything to say, lots of times there are cases where once brought back to the station, they torture you. They don't let you leave. They don't let you use the bathroom. They don't let you do anything. They don't let you sleep. They don't let you eat. They keep you there.
Yeah.
And so, like, again, don't fucking talk to them. Just don't interact. Just don't
Yeah.
interact. If you do
They
have
want you to talk. They want you to. They do this so that you'll crack, and so that you'll start hoping that you'll start talking. Like they have this shit down to science. They have this torture. They have this shit down to a science. It's a psychological warfare.
I
And
was held in a holding cell for 16 hours with the temperature set to like 30. They wouldn't let me sleep, wouldn't let me eat, didn't give me any water, for the sole purpose of trying to get me to trip up in what I was saying. But
yeah,
so don't talk to them.
Yeah.
If you live in Illinois or you are doing things in Illinois, contact Cheryl Weichel. She is a leftist lawyer. She is a defendant and she is pro bono. She will take your case.
Focusing on if you
This stream has been brought to you by the law offices of Cheryl Weichert.
you're doing know your rights. These are the rights that you're asking them to know. And when you go and do a rapid response, these are the rights you're going to be using to inform the migrants of their rights as well. Okay. So your First Amendment, you have the right to record interactions with law enforcement officers. Do not use
Just because you have the right to do something, by the way, that does not mean that they will not arrest you for doing it. Like the police do not know the law.
I like how
They
our DA the other day at the town halls he's been hosting, his best advice was just to record everything. That was all he said was to do. Just record stuff. And then
They'll
when
take
we
your
asked
phone
them,
and they'll break it though.
are you going to help us? No.
They'll take
They
your
will
phone
take-
and break it though.
Yeah, they'll break your shit and they'll arrest you claiming that you're interfering. And yeah, you can fuck with them on that later, but like that does not mean that they will not arrest you in the moment for irritating them.
They don't care if it's gonna if whatever they arrested you for is gonna end up in the case being thrown out or dismissed. They just want to waste your time and inflict as much damage on your pocketbook as possible.
Also, I feel like
these
a lot
cops
of
want you to
Americans
go homeless.
A lot of Americans got to realize that this rights shit don't matter. All this shit on paper, oh, that's illegal. They don't matter. They don't care, and they ain't gonna get in trouble for it. They've deported U.S. citizens. They brought back Muhammad Khalil like a while ago, and now they're talking about deporting him again to what was it, Algeria? They don't give a fuck. Stop
Same
thinking
thing
that
with
these little paper laws are gonna fucking protect you. They're not.
Yeah,
They
same
don't
thing
give
with
a fuck.
Same thing with Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Like they basically trying to give this guy a tour of Africa. First they want to send him to Uganda, then they want to send him to Eswatini, then they want to send him to like he's not the dude is Salvadoran. He has that. Why would you send him to Swaziland? Because like it's like these people are literally playing in our faces. Like and after the incident, it's gotten so much like this shit has always been like under the rug, I guess, to a certain extent to white people. But now, like you got people being put out of school, like that black girl at Texas State. She didn't even like, and the thing is, like these people are not even doing anything. They canceled Jimmy Kimmel show for what? Like why? And I think this is if this shit doesn't radicalize you, like nothing will. Nothing will. We've got people being lynched. Like they found two guys in Mississippi. One was a black student at Delta State hanging from a fucking tree. Hanging from a fucking tree. And then they always say, "Oh, he's suicide." Okay, if I was I said this the other night. I'm a black man, 31 years old, with family roots in Mississippi and Texas. I have ancestors who was lynched. So if I wanted to bring down the curtain, there's a lot more cleaner because I don't know if y'all know anything about hanging, but if you fuck that up,
That shit don't
you
work
are
all the time.
yeah. If you fuck that up, you're gonna suffer.
It's
You're gonna
just
kick.
suffering.
You're gonna kick and gurgle, and like your vision will just slowly like get worse and worse, and the oxygen will eventually cut off to your brain. But like that shit can take half an hour, 45 minutes. Every single second of that suffering. Like, ain't no way in the world if I wanted to draw the curtain down on myself, I would go and hang myself to a fucking tree. But oh yeah, they committed suicide. They didn't, bro. Like this is where we're at right now. This
And
is
you
where
can
we're.
tell who's engaging in bad faith too, because when you talk about it, they'll literally repeat that and parrot it. Oh well,
Yeah,
it was ruled a suicide. Why are
it
you
was
talking
real. Yeah.
about this? It was ruled a suicide. Nobody was lynched. It was ruled a suicide.
They have found bodies. They found bodies strung up with bullet holes, multiple dozens of bullet holes in them, and they
And it was
ruled
a
it.
suicide.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
ruled it
36
suicide.
shots to the back, suicide.
Yeah, yeah. Or they'll say, yeah,
This is the same shit that they meme about when it comes to like politicians, like that oh they committed suicide with 2 bullets in the back of their head, but it was really Hillary Clinton. But then they'll sit there and talk about actual shit happening
It's because these people
and
are
fucking
sheeple.
portray the meme.
They are sheeple when it supports
all
them.
right, chill out. All right, chill out, Alejandro Jones.
Tell me I'm wrong, saying, "Oh, don't trust the government. Don't trust the government. The government lies." But then, oh, look what the government said here. This got to be true. This got to be it. Like what?
People,
Aren't you the
people
ones
have,
that's preaching?
people
that?
have select. Okay, people are very like Americans in particular are extremely selective. They have extremely like I've literally gotten into debates with these people. Like they will literally uphold something in one instance. Like for example, his fucking obsession with free speech. Okay, so if you want to pay tribute to dude's memory by upholding free speech, okay, well and good. Yeah, yap as much as you want. Why the fuck would you be? Why the fuck would you get rid of Jimmy Kimmel's show or be firing fucking teachers and firefighters and EMTs and shit for not shit that's not even that bad? Like they're literally
They're saying the same shit the liberals were saying. Oh well, you have freedom of speech, but you don't have freedom from consequences. Wink, wink.
like what the fuck? Like it's
But
just
that's
we're just the fucking and this shit is pulling. There's aspects like there's a good aspect and there's a bad aspect to everything. The good aspect of this is that like people are finally having the wool pulled from over their eyes. Like if you're like a fucking basic ass Democrat or liberal or whatever, and like you have motherfuckers like fucking with you, calling you at your job, trying to get you fired, like that's gonna make you mad. It's just gonna make you real mad. Like, you're fucking with my rent now? You're trying to make me homeless? You're trying to make me unemployed? You're trying to fuck up my kids' college? So hopefully the smarter of the liberals will realize what we were saying all along. Because my grandma used to say, like, well, all bullshit aside, you fuck with the white person's money and you start seeing some pretty substantial shit. So now that white people are fucking with other white people's money over this, over literally fucking yapping, I think we'll start seeing some changes in the positive direction. Or it could be
Accelerationism. Let's fucking go.
no acceleration is
Accelerationists have taken nothing but dubs in this past year.
A lot of people don't even know what accelerationism is. Like accelerationism is that like, okay, I want everybody to be hungry and starving and homeless.
Imagine
and
a train.
Yeah.
Imagine a train going really fast.
Yeah, we're joined by our left comrade, the good one, the pancake one, not the Italian racists. No, which wing of the left
I thought
com?
Ergo was the Cheez-It.
No, which one of the left coms is like which branch of the left coms is like always saying horrible shit about national liberation?
That's the
Bodega.
Italians.
That's the Bodega ones.
Oh, okay. Those are the Garfield ones.
That's the Garfield ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate
okay.
ones.
The Dutch ones and German ones are all cool as shit. Those are like the autonomous council communists.
That's because we just kept getting trolled. We've just always been trolled.
Yeah.
Most of them don't even call themselves left comms. The ones that call themselves left comms are the Bodega ones.
Can somebody tell me what the Garfield is?
Would Rosa Luxemburg be considered in that tradition?
Yeah.
She's like the prototype.
Okay.
She
I
is.
fucks with Red Rosa.
She's like the forerunner of our traditions, I would say.
You know, like she did not like she thought that the uprising was stupid. Like she literally died because of democratic centralism. Like she literally argued and voted against the uprising. She was like, "Look, we're not ready for this. We're gonna get fucking massacred." And if I recall correctly, the Central Committee wanted it anyway. So she was like, "You know what? Fuck it, yeah." She was a real trooper. I fucks with Rose. Yeah, I fucks. Yeah,
That's
I
why
fucks with Red Rose.
That's why left comms hate Leninism.
Yeah. Well, no, all of these
Wait, what did
theoretical.
Gato say?
Oh, Gato Michicano. I don't know. He was just at your house.
Oh yeah, he did. He actually mentioned
When you
this.
hyper pushed.
Yeah, you know what?
See, the issue with that idea is that political determinism is not always set. You're not going to get socialism from that. Broza herself, because we were just talking about her, said it is socialism or barbarism. It could be one or the other. It's not guaranteed to be socialism.
I hate abundance bros.
Abundance bros are the worst. It's degrowth in the north, green industrialization in the south.
The only thing abundance bros needs is an abundance of bullets. That's what communism is, an abundance of bullets, an all-you-can-eat buffet of bullets.
Communism is not love.
There's a sale going on right now for 500 rounds of 5.56 for like $200.
So, ergo, you seem very fond of Liberation Caucus. Why?
I love everybody. As long as you're not like a social democrat at this point, I just nothing but love.
Oh,
as long as you're not just like
Zoran radicalized you. I think
what?
I saw it happening. I think watching Zoran Mamdani fall radicalized you.
I mean, there was promise in the beginning.
There was like a good 13 seconds.
A good 13 seconds. When he was at like 10%.
Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Like I'm like the prototype. I'm like the prototype ultra, but my comrades literally scare the shit out of me. Like compared to these people, I'm a centrist.
I've never liked Zoran. I'm not gonna lie. When he started talking about small businesses, I got Mussolini vibes. Like I was never fucking with him.
Zoran Mondolini.
That's like we're talking about putting money into a different sector of the private sector. Talking about small business owners, mom and pop shops. Fascism, nevertheless, is still the merging of state and corporate power. So whether you're doing this,
weapons and ammunition on our stream.
That one celebrity person who posted the thing about settler colonialism and shit is a million times more of a radical than Zoran.
Oh, you mean the from the Emmys?
Yeah, that one. I forget her name. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, something Irish. I don't know.
No, I agree with what that person said. Sisyphean task. Social democrats are fascists. If we look at fascism from an economic standpoint, not even looking at it from the social standpoint, but from the straight up economic standpoint, as laid out by Gentile. What the fuck was his name? I forget his name.
Giovanni Gentile.
Yeah. That social democracy is fascism. No matter which way you flip it, no matter which way you try to say.
Mussolini said himself in a conversation with an American reporter that if you want to know what fascism is at the root, it's your New Deal.
No, but like what Skrilla just brought up was that.
Oh, you just doxed me.
It's all right.
It's over.
You didn't say your full name.
The feds are coming.
It's all over.
Sorry, but
bro, people can get him door knocks over Kirk.
But you just mentioned that guy Giovanni Gentile. That's the person who wrote like everything, and then Mussolini took credit for it.
Yeah, Mussolini didn't do shit with the doctrine of fascism, but his name is still on it with Giovanni Gentile.
George Sorels, that French guy, national socialism.
I read somewhere an argument that that Mariátegui, the guy that inspired Gonzalo, was pretty influenced by left Sorelianism. I can totally see it though.
They like violence. That was Sorel's whole thing was just violence.
Yeah, and I think Mariátegui. So Mariátegui, if I recall correctly, he lived in Italy for a while and he hung out with some futurists and some Sorelians.
It's always the
Yeah.
futurists.
and he came back to Peru, so we could technically say that the Sorelian element in the Communist Party of Peru is what led to them allegedly boiling babies. It always traces back to the
Let's not
fucking
start this
Italian.
shit again. Let's not start this
Everything
shit
bad,
again.
everything bad on the left traces back to a fucking Italian.
Do you ever
Stop
think?
try-
And
Those
bad
are-
empanada.
Do you ever think about the possibility that Lin Biao could have just sent the Peruvians a bunch of like horrible copies of the Red Book?
Well, no, Gonzalo actually studied in China.
He went there
Yep.
during the Cultural Revolution.
Yeah, he studied in China. He went through like a course for cadres. And they I think during one of the lessons they taught them that you can blow up anything. And at the end of the lesson they blew up the classroom.
You think Gonzalo met fucking Huey when he was there, or nah?
I think Huey Newton would have mentioned it. Huey didn't die. Huey died during the People's War in Peru. He didn't die until '89. So I think if he had met one of the guys that initiated the Peruvian People's War, Gonzalo didn't even really want to initiate it in the beginning. It was Nora that talked him into it.
His wife.
Yeah, and
Well,
then she
what
ended
the
up
fuck happened to her? Because I know she died, but the
Augusta
circumstances
Latore.
that she died under
Oh.
some weird circumstances.
Oh, they killed her.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they killed her.
they did.
I'm not denying that.
I'll put the cat up while I look too.
Yeah.
You can talk to the cat while you step.
Is that?
Oh, should I show the cat?
Show the cat.
Oh, you're showing cats?
I'm not understanding why they killed her though.
So that I think there was somebody else that Gonzalo, another comrade that Gonzalo wanted to be with.
Yeah, I know
Right.
he ended up marrying her immediately afterwards, but you didn't have to kill her, dude. You didn't have to fucking murder her.
This is the fucking shining path we're talking about.
Gonzalo had
first
his own
option.
wife killed. What?
Their first option was killing.
doesn't want to come out. He doesn't want to come out.
No, I feel like their first option was stern talking tos. That's what they did first. They gave them warnings first. People forget that they gave them warnings, and then the
They didn't
people
give them
disobeyed
warnings,
the
they gave
fucking
them
warnings.
threats.
They're like, "Hey, if you do that shit again, there's gonna be consequences." And they listen to them, warnings.
The most horrible was Maria Elena Moyano. She was an Afro-Peruvian organizer. She was also a snitch. So she kind of had it coming, but they did not have to kill her and blow her body up with dynamite in front of her kids.
Yes, they did. It was necessary for the revolution.
Oh, another Gonzaloite.
No,
I ain't gonna lie. Thinking about that,
Yeah, and then wonder why the ronderos were a thing.
say hi to Fuego.
nah. If you snitch, you deserve that shit. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, that's the evil cat.
Yeah.
Hey Bianca, if someone snitches, should you murder them and then blow them up in front of their family? Thank you.
Who the fuck is? Oh, somebody said that they can't get over the fact that Skrilla and Varsity Gaming look the exact same.
Who the fuck is Varsity Gaming?
I don't know. Let's look. Who's Varsity Gaming? Let's see.
I swear to God,
Let's
if they
see the
ugly as hell,
resemblance.
I have a good one. I swear to God, if they ugly as hell, I'm gonna kick your fucking teeth down your throat.
Jesus Christ, man!
Take a breath, dog.
You need to go get on some Xanax.
Oh, Sam's.
I know one of us in there sold those.
I don't know who Varsity Gaming is, and I don't see it.
What's the stuff in the cough syrup? What is that?
Oh, shit. Codeine. Right?
Codeine. One of my friends has been on this thing where he's like, "Yeah, it's better.
Bro.
It's better for you than
Dog, your
alcohol."
room is messy. Clean your room.
If you do it properly, it's better than alcohol.
All right,
All right.
let me tell you something.
Holy shit, you do! Holy shit, you do look like this guy,
No,
bro.
I fucking.
Wait, let me look
Did
it
you-
up. Wait, pull up
Varsity
a
Gaming.
photo, Chris. Pull up a photo.
This one?
I found him on.
Okay, not gonna lie, y'all just took two Mexicans.
You're
I'm gonna
yanking
be
me by my
for real.
fucking nuts. I don't look like him.
Things I do for you guys, Sean. There it is. Thank
Y'all,
you.
you guys
like
fully just took
Criminal's
two
rich.
Mexicans. They don't look that similar.
Yeah,
Look.
you
They're
look like
comparing
every
me to some
Mexican
dude
that ever-
named Varsity Gaming.
Wait,
Yeah,
Whoever
your
the
name-
fuck that is.
and your name fucking and you run around calling yourself fucking Skrilla, which is almost as bad. What Maoist names himself after money?
Huh?
What Maoist names himself
Okay, they
after
do
money?
kind of look similar. Never mind.
There's some ACP fellas out there who like to make that band and claim to be Maoists.
There's the one
Nigga.
ACP rapper. He's kind of ass though.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
Is
a
it
kinda?
ACP rapper?
Super.
he's a Cuban. I fucking hate him. Every
Oh,
time
I hate Cuban Americans, dog.
that dude.
I hate Cuban
Wait, hold up.
Americans,
Let me
dog.
pull up his shit. Let me
People, why
play
are you
his.
laughing like you don't either, bro?
All right, comrades. This conversation has deviated far away from tonight's assigned topic of social imperialism.
Cuban Americans.
Your families have suffered over communism. Why should I care?
I'm gonna make all y'all suffer under my boot. Anyways, we are the gang
can
of
try.
6.
I like that.
One of
Gang
which
of
is not
6.
even a Maoist. But anyways, all
You
power
should
to
come
the
back
people.
on.
Stop throwing up gang signs. Anyways, bye, y'all.
Oh, we're done.
We need an
Let me-
ergo.